The new series Wrestlers is now streaming on Netflix. We have the legendary Snow and Jessie Godderez here to chat all about it. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Look at whose belt is that right back there?
My face that runs the place. OVW National Heavyweight Champion.
Jessie, let's start with you. I mean, you showed me the belt, but you were there in 2011, 2012, and then you came back. Tell me a little bit about that journey to come back here, and because you've been killing it these last couple of years.
Yeah, literally because OVW just has such a outstanding reputation when it comes to the professional wrestling world. Like, this is where true stars are born, and you come here to hone your craft and listen and be under the learning tree of Danny Davis, Rip Rogers, Al Snow, obviously, Doug Basham at that time too, Nick Dinsmore. These guys are outstanding. They've all, you need to be able to be under the learning tree of somebody that's made money in the professional wrestling world. And that's exactly what OVW is able to provide for anybody that walks through the doors.
Al, let's talk a little bit. You were born in Ohio, the facilities in Kentucky. Talk a little bit about how this part of the country became the capital of wrestling.
I was born in Ohio, in Lima, Ohio. And it's actually Ohio Valley Wrestling is in Louisville, Kentucky. It's, they call it the Ohio Valley because of the Ohio River, and that's how that came to be. But Ohio actually, as far as professional wrestling, has always been a huge mainstay, even back in the 30s and 40s. And a large part of that was because of course, the Rust Belt. And, you had all of the automotive industry there, but because of the large population centers, so many in one state, you had Toledo, Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, Akron, Canton, and they were all an hour and a half, 2-hour drive from each other. And that facilitated an ability for a wrestling promotion to operate in, major population centers and draw money due to that large amount of people being employed in the automotive industry to operate and be profitable.
Jessie, let's talk a little bit about your journey on the show. What are we going to see so far, and what we're going to see you going through in the series?
So thus far, I mean, obviously on every Thursday night, we have a live show. The doors are open here at the Davis Arena at 4400 Shepherdsville Road.
Yep.
It's at 6 p.m. The show starts at 7. It's a live show. Just letting everybody know it's live. We got one chance at this. That's why we're all professionals here. Again, that's the beauty of OVW and this man's very, very wise mind of being able to have the storylines that we have for everybody. When it comes to what you're going to be able to see on the show, it's the fact that these guys haven't given up on their dreams. We're going from the stage of being inside the ring, going back through the curtain. We're not pulling back the curtain anymore. We're lighting that bad boy on fire. You're seeing us change. You're seeing us get into our car, and then you're watching us come back home to our families and go through real life stuff. Whether it's financial struggles, whether it's relationship struggles, whether it's trying to find out, how much longer you want to do this, whether it's the pain that we're actually in, because this stuff hurts. This stuff hurts. And I'm just letting you know, across the board, left, right, center, young, old, men, women, children, everybody's going to be able to see some sort of appeal, because Greg Whiteley literally had a true, depiction of exactly what happens here in this docuseries. And I'm just letting everybody know, like, I can't thank Greg and his team enough. I know all the wrestlers here, everybody that was on the active roster, the people, that are still helping on the business side, as well as the guys that help out, on the production side and in the concession stand, his wife, everybody can't thank those guys enough. If you watch this, just one episode, just take one episode, just watch one episode. And I promise you, okay, how about this? If you watch one episode and you hate it, you can hit me in the face. And I know you want to hit me, but I'll let you hit me in the face. Watch one episode, and if you hate it, then you're going to hate me, and then you can hit me in the face. And that's a promise I can guarantee you.
And not everybody makes that kind of a guarantee. Not everyone makes that kind of a guarantee. So,
guarantee 100% of the time, every time.
Al, Jessie was just chatting about it, but let's talk a little bit about your career and seeing people follow you, because I have so many friends who grew up watching wrestling with their dad, and then they watch it with their friends, then they watch it with their kids, and it becomes a family tradition.
there are so many times that exactly what you're relating happens, where I'll be in public and, you know, someone will come up and go, oh, I remember, you know, watching you as a kid, which granted, I'm not that old, but I mean, gee, many Christmas. But, you know, that's gratifying. It's very rewarding to know that, you know, you've been able to have a connection and create memories for an audience to where they still come up even, you know, years later and talk to you, and they talk about the relationship they had with a particular family member or their family as a whole that watched wrestling, and it was something that, you know, became a activity that united them and created memories for them. And, you know, and I mean, from every generation. And it's very, very, makes me very happy to know that we're still doing that, you know, today in OVW, because there are so many families that come here, and we see them on a regular basis. And I think you in the series, you're going to see a little girl who comes here with her dad, you know, and making that relationship and that bond that is going to create memories for that little girl for the rest of her life is, I mean, it's just awesome. It's, you know, it's amazing. And you know, that's one aspect of this form of entertainment that I think people don't, you know, they don't really realize, or they take for granted, or they don't even understand that it really helps to create those moments for you know, families to join together. And I mean, that sounds corny and it sounds silly to say, but we watch it literally every single week. We watch, you know, families come in here together, and they may, you know, with life, school and work responsibilities, they may not really ever get together except for on one night of the week that they all go, let's go to wrestling, you know, or let's sit down in front of the television and watch it.
Yeah, so many families have that connection, whether it's something they did with their family, something they do with their friends, something they do with their kids, but they block it out. And I know for a fact that, you know, that is just a lifetime of memories that so many people around the world treasure.
Yeah, I agree.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. Go ahead and stream Wrestlers, now streaming on Netflix.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.